Dear viewers, have you ever found yourself pondering over the absence of the dreaded Nazgûl in the War of the Last Alliance during your rewatches of the Lords of the Rings trilogy? Well, I sure did. From the masterful pen of J.R.R. Tolkien to the big screen, thanks to Peter Jackson, these specters have captured our imaginations more than once. Yet their role in that fateful war remains puzzling. In the Fellowship of the Ring, we already sense the Nazgûl's ominous presence lurking around every shadowy corner, and as strong echoes of Isildur's oath on the steps of Minas Tirith resound, we can't help but wonder where were these ethnically diverse Dark Riders during the War of the Last Alliance. Little do we know that beneath the surface lies a story as enthralling as their chilling whispers themselves. Now, sit back and let's delve into this tantalizing mystery together as we explore the absence of the Nazgûl in the War of the Last Alliance and the possibility of their hidden endeavors. You know the drill. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and enjoy the ride. As the echoes of the Isildur's oath reverberate through the steps of Minas Tirith, we remain baffled by a significant omission in Peter Jackson's adaptation: the absence of Nazgûl in the War of the Last Alliance. And these spectral marauders are a prominent feature of Sauron's sinister domain, yet for reasons unbeknownst to us, they were nowhere to be seen during these fast-rising events. To put this in perspective, the Great War of the Last Alliance saw a colossal force led by Sauron, an army composed of orcs, men, dwarves, and monstrous beasts, descending upon Gondorian cities like Minas Ithil, or as they faced off against the combined forces of elves and men under the banner of the Last Alliance. The cataclysmic clash wiped out a significant portion of Middle-earth, but where were Sauron's most devoted followers, the Nazgûl, during this crucial moment in history? Did they lurk in the shadows, or did they have a role we've overlooked? Good question. The silence on this matter in Tolkien's novels leaves us with no concrete answer. However, there's a subtle suggestion. Perhaps their absence was due to their weakness against elves. We know, for instance, that during the siege of Minas Tirith, the very sight of the Nazgûl instilled terror into the hearts of countless soldiers. Now, it may seem counterintuitive that their terror-inducing abilities would bar them from war, but remember, as fervent movie-going enthusiasts, we mustn't overlook the Witch King's own vulnerabilities. And in Tolkien's letters, he hinted that the Witch King's might during the War of the Last Alliance was similar to his form early on in the story, a version of even Aragorn, the fearless ranger, could defeat with naught but a torch. Given the insinuation that the Nazgûl were less potent during the War of the Last Alliance, it's possible that they shunned the battlefield and concentrated on other strategic tasks. As we know well, the war spanned a decade, covering numerous events not detailed in Tolkien's manuscripts. Perhaps they launched hidden attacks on kingdoms weakened by the absence of their armies during the main conflict, or managed Sauron's forces in distant lands like Rhûn and Harad to add to the enigma. These fearsome riders were adept at covert operations and assassination. There were also skilled commanders leveraging their unsettling presence to shape the battlefield and achieve strategic objectives, setting up. Ultimately, despite being temporarily vulnerable against elves, their value during the Third Age could not be overlooked. So there you have it. The absence of the Nazgûl in the War of the Last Alliance might be more complicated than we initially thought. These sinister heroes of Sauron's Legion could have been playing a part much grander than those we imagined, hidden behind the veil of history, or perhaps they took advantage of the bountiful opportunities that came with the absence of their foes. Finally, dear viewers, it gives me great pleasure to conclude this fascinating discussion. I hope our journey through this unknown side of Middle Earth has left you as intrigued as it has me. And remember, it's always good to dig deeper and ask questions, even when the mysteries can't be easily unraveled. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time,